to another episode of Waves of Wisdom. With me here today is a very famous YouTuber and Singaporean Gen Z. Here with me in Singapore, we are recording this episode. Welcome to the show, Joshua.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah, Joshua, just for our viewers' benefit, can you introduce a little bit? I just attended one of your sessions at the APSS conference, and I found it very interesting how you have found your purpose and passion around YouTubing, and then you have become how many followers you have? Over 500K?
Yeah, small 500,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how this journey began and how this whole thing started.
All right. So, firstly, hi, my name is Joshua. I own a YouTube channel with 500,000 followers.
Yeah.
And how the journey started was really interesting because I've always been editing my videos or like videos in general since I was primary 3. So that would be 9 years old.
All right.
And it was always family videos. But it was more of like, I love the fact that I could make people smile and like happy. So I was like, okay, maybe I should try something else. And I saw YouTube, which was like perfect at the time. And by then I was editing for like 5 or 6 years. I mean, they weren't good videos, but they were videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me try my hand at YouTube. And slowly, after getting like a small niche and audience in gaming scene, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is kind of fun. And I just did it as like a side hobby. And then it became a job, which is kind of interesting because it's the best kind of job you have. A job which doesn't feel like a job. So yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It was a fun journey of like what, 9 years now? And every part of the way, it's been so fun.
Yeah, wonderful, isn't it? How even people of our age can't even imagine, And I'm so proud you are the first Gen Z on my show. And so, how actually? Because I think people of our age are bit scared, or they are bit skeptical about whether this is a profession.
Yeah.
How the people of Gen Z like you are thinking about YouTubing and social media is, do you think really this is a proper job or a career or something like that?
I'd say no. It's not really a proper job, even though a lot of people say it is.
Yeah.
And some people think of me as like a celebrity, but I'm just a guy.
All right.
I'm just a guy doing my thing. But I think it's more of like the uncertainty of like, you're not gonna be making the same amount of cash like this month or next month. And I don't know whether I can eat the next month or I'm going on a private jet next month. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So the uncertainty and like volatility of like YouTube, I wouldn't say it's a passion. It's more of like a passion project. I wouldn't say it's a job.
Okay.
But I mean, I have to say it's a job for like, reasons. But like, it's, how would you say it? I would always say if you're ever going to look into this profession, at least have a safety net of something else.
All right.
Maybe a diploma, a degree. I have a diploma in visual effects, but that kind of helped the YouTube thing because it helped with editing and stuff. But yeah, I would say at least have a safety net of some other thing you're interested in.
Okay. Do you do any other thing at the moment, or you are full-time YouTuber at the moment?
As of now, I'm a full-time YouTuber. It's weird to say because my schedule is like, I plan my schedule the day of the day. So like the other day I was actually at this same hotel and I was going for a swim. That's why I lost my goggles, which was kind of sad. But I went to the gym here, took a swim, went back, and then I started work from like 6 p.m. all the way to 3 a.m.
All right.
So the schedule is kind of less whatever I feel like. It's kind of
Like, so it can be sometimes very tense, right?
yeah.
So, what do you think about the upcoming generation, the Gen Zs? They will see you, for example, as an example of some people who have become very successful in this area. And so, what will be your advice to them when they are transiting now to their careers
Well,
from their school into careers now?
I would say if you have a passion in like YouTube, like something like I do, try it out because you never know where it lead to. Because I didn't know I was gonna be here,
Yeah.
and I just kind of had it for fun. And I mean, the best things in life is like when you do it for fun, and then it does successful. You're just like, I don't know what I did. I was just having fun, but people have fun along the way. Well, I had fun, so
Yeah.
it's great. So if you were interested in this like scene, like as a Gen Z, I'd say try it out, and you might not know where that will lead you. Just don't do anything malicious. Like try to stay within the legal means, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
That's very important. I
Yeah.
think actually, as an adult, I also can always advise the youngsters, whatever you do online, try to be within the legal means,
Yeah.
and finding your niche is also important,
Yeah, yeah.
isn't it? So,
So I started mine of a niche of a rhythm game.
okay.
So a lot of people know it's Osu, but that point, like nobody really knew about that game. And I was like, okay, I like that game. I played it a lot. So I shared my experience with the game online, and then people found out about it, and
Yeah.
it kind of became more popular. So yeah, I think it's very important to find your niche, because if you go into a niche like, let's say, cooking is a bit out there. There's a lot of people already doing content on it.
Yeah.
And the pool of like viewers becomes lesser because they are focused on like the bigger channels already. Whereas if you start something very, very niche, like let's say, uh, what would you do on your spare time? Like anything you do on your own? Like what would you do for fun?
I have my full-time job, and this is what I do. Podcasting is now recently what I have started.
But let's say,
Is something of value adding and giving back to the society. Also, I'm a speaker on the side, yeah, as a profession.
so let's start with like how to
Yeah,
speak better. Imagine that niche
yeah,
where you go into like teaching people how to speak even better than they really are.
yeah.
That niche is, I wouldn't say there's much people there.
Mhm.
And then if you go into that, you might find your foothold a lot faster,
Yeah.
because people will be like, okay, there's someone I can like relate to faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say niche is important. Find your niche.
That's a great tip, I think. And for people of our age who has gone through these career ladders and who are in the middle of their careers, they are really struggling when I speak to them. Even I went through the same struggles in my life, and identifying what I can hold on, what is my purpose, what I love to. Because as children, for example, we have enjoyed so many things, but when we finish our school, especially those days, we are brainwashed actually to follow a certain career path, get a
The
technical
corporate world.
job, and until COVID,
Yeah.
because COVID changed everything. The pandemic, made us realize that there's no safety net around any careers.
Yeah.
Because whole industries like transport and air travel and tourism got really stopped. And countries like Maldives, we are totally dependent on tourism, travel and tourism, came to a standstill.
Well, that
The
must
entire
that
economy.
must have been hard.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
So that made us realize it's more important than actually pursuing certain theme for your career than following your passion. How it feels like as somebody who has found your passion at a very early age, like you mentioned, in 9 years, and kept on continuing that, you are able to do it. Uh, how 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 do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I think I got really lucky,
Yeah,
because I kind of just did what I liked, and then that became like the source of income. So I think I was really, really lucky on that. And I mean, I like to like thank my success to like the fans and stuff that watch me, because I mean, firstly, they motivated me to do more. And I'd say I'm really like fortunate to have this opportunity of just like putting up videos and just having fun and still making an income out of it. So yeah, I think I was just really lucky on that part.
so lucky you mean because you are born at the right time with the right technology, or because when we were young, we don't have YouTube, we don't have the social media.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
So I always had the thought of like I was late to YouTube,
Okay.
because if I was just like 3 years older, like if
Mhm.
I was 19 when YouTube first took off,
Okay.
there were so many opportunities, because at that time YouTube paid a hell lot of money. But I missed that because I wasn't actually like old enough, and people didn't actually treat me like I was someone trustworthy enough to like live on my
But
video.
yeah.
So I think it isn't really more of like which time people are like born in, and like, oh, I'm lucky in this case or that case. I think it's more of like what you take advantage of at your age. So in my case, I had a camera early because my dad had like one old one lying around. And I was like, well, I'm gonna use it if he's not gonna use it. So I used that, and I took advantage of what I had. So I'd say lucky in the sense that it worked out for me, even though I wasn't really trying. Like I didn't really have a plan, and that's why I said it's kind of lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say take advantage of like what the current like era is. So a lot of people don't know, but this is like the start of like TikTok,
Yeah.
and that made a lot of people's careers. And I was one of them, which I was like, I'm gonna stay away from TikTok because I think it's new, it's bad for people, and I'm like, kind of regret that now because it was a big market that I missed.
So
So
I think it's the same thing people are thinking about AI at the moment. For
yeah,
example, a lot of people wanted to keep away from it, but I'm one of the early adopters of AI. Even 2 3 years back, I started trying it out because I didn't want to miss out on
the next
what we missed
opportunity,
out
yeah,
on the previous opportunities of
yeah.
the technological revolution. How that has how AI has in any way help you to enhance your visibility or create better content?
I'd say it replies my emails.
Yeah.
It replies my emails really well. That's pretty much it. I don't really use AI for like my videos itself because I think of all of it. If anything, it's for proofreading because I'm not good at like punctuations and stuff
Yeah.
and writing emails back because I'm just lazy. So yeah, that's the only thing AI
Yeah.
has really
So
helped me.
basically, it will. I think this is where it is heading as well.
Yeah,
It will take. You can actually delegate the aspects of your career, your business, which you really don't enjoy, right?
yeah, yeah,
For it to do. That is what technology also has always emerged in areas where human beings don't find very energized or very passionate about doing, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think this is a career you can continue for a long time, or how do you envision the future
I had all
as a YouTuber?
I've only always planned the year ahead. Better than that. No, not more than that. Yeah, so I think entertaining will be fun, whichever like form it comes in. But YouTube itself, it might not last. So I wouldn't plan far ahead of it. But I just embrace what I have now, and since it's going well, I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll just keep
So
doing it.
basically, going with the wave and trying to
Yeah,
catch the next wave.
that's
And
kind of what I've
what
been
do you
doing.
do to keep looking for the next wave?
I take a shower, and then suddenly thoughts come in. It's really just that. I think it's more like keep yourself creative,
Yeah.
consume media, and do movies, watch whatever you can,
Yeah.
and then the thoughts just like kind of formulate themselves.
What do you think is the next wave going to be?
That's the next wave. Oh,
In your view?
I don't know. It's a lot of AI, but I know the current wave just recently got into travel because
Okay.
ever since COVID was over, people are opening up to travel again. And then the whole idea of like, wow, I can visit so many countries again. It's like the people who didn't get to go out during COVID are
Yeah.
now just traveling the world, and a lot of content in travel is not there. So I'd say like if you go search up Japan, everybody knows about Japan. Japan's like really popular. But let's say you search up a different country, like even Maldives.
Yeah, you should come over
Yeah.
to Maldives to do some.
No, if I go to Maldives, I'm definitely doing a
Yeah.
vlog and be like,
Yeah.
wow, this is a hidden gem in Asia.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there's a lot to be had in travel now.
Yeah.
So I think honestly, because you're in Maldives, you should take advantage of that. So like do stuff like what you can see in Maldives, like 5 things you don't know about Maldives.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's the main island called? It's like Malé, right?
Malay.
Yeah, I kept seeing it on Google Flights, and I thought it was like mail. And I'm like, why am I flying mails? So yeah,
Spell it them.
it's Malé, right?
Yeah, Malay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like funny things like this that you
Yeah.
could like mention. But yeah, no, I think travel is like pretty big now. Like everybody's doing it.
So, Yusha, if you are not doing YouTube, what YouTube would you have been doing now?
Ooh, I think I want to do an advertising agency. I think that was like pretty fun because I'm like the creative one, and then I like push all my ideas to like a crew, and then we'll form some sort of ad for like companies, like a specifically tailored
Yeah.
solution. I would say I'll sell a solution for ads.
Yeah.
To other
Do you
companies.
think in the future you would run a company or something like
Could
that?
go into that
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. It's a funny thing to think about. Yeah.
So, just as a last thing for our viewers, from your experience up to now, and I know for most of the people who listen my podcast, you are even half of their age.
Yeah.
But from your experience, what is one thing you could share with them? I mean, professionally and in life, which they can
Ooh,
hang on to.
in life.
Yeah,
Ooh, I don't have a quote I really live by,
yeah,
but I know. Okay, there's this one quote which at least stays in my mind.
yeah,
It goes, everybody thinks you're psychotic, or it's something like that. I think everybody thinks you're psychotic until you succeed,
Yeah.
and then you become a genius.
I think that is a very, very good quote. Yeah.
But then again, you could like go down a really bad path.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Try not to take that
Because,
quote too seriously.
because at the beginning of making some great thing, like for example, people like Steve Jobs
Yeah,
or Bill Gates, for example, when they started it, even at our age, now we are seeing Elon Musk, for example. At the early stage, people thought these people are crazy.
Yeah, nobody
right?
believes you until you do it.
Until you do it. But
And then-
when there were other people who tried similar kind of things, and people thought they are crazy and they were not successful, and
Yeah.
but unless you try, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think trying is the best thing because like the other one, you miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah,
It's very important.
exactly. So
Try it out, man.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
I think for our viewers, I think this been some great lessons from my first Gen Z guest out here. So
I feel so weird to call Gen Z.
yeah, I will be inviting more Gen Zs because I think there are so many things, especially after attending his session today. There are so many things we can learn from Gen Zs as well. So don't ignore them. They also have a lot of wisdom with them. And until we come back, don't forget to try out new things like Joshua says, and watch out for his YouTube channels as well.
Is this for YouTube?
Yeah. What is your YouTube channel?
For Squashy Boy.
Yeah.
My channel is Squashy Boy. So
Yeah.
do
We
follow-
will link it down.
and also subscribe to this channel for more podcasts on Gen Zs. Thanks everyone to be here.
Thank you.
Setting.